Grace, it's always great speaking with you. And this is probably one of my favorite times of the year as I get to wear this. I get to stand, or I should say, sit in front of this background because this background is actually part of Canada's Wonderland and is something that is returning. What is back again for the holiday season?
WinterFest is coming back to Canada's Wonderland. This kicks off November 18th and runs select dates through to the end of December. And you know what? I think it's all of our favorite time of year. It's just you can't help but love it. The park gets completely transformed. Millions of holiday lights. We've got live shows, skating on the rink, all kinds of festive food. It's just such a heartwarming time of year, and it's arriving in a matter of weeks.
I ask this every year. How do you guys transform from Halloween to the holidays? Because there is so much and so much detail. Like, I cannot imagine. Do you guys get like Santa's elves to come down and, whiz their magic to help move this faster?
Yeah, we do have a bit of a small army out in the park right now, working away. They're transforming our fountains into the skating rink. I was out there the other day and watching that work. Big cranes are installing the decor. Santa's reindeers have arrived. They're already here. There is a ton, just even the number of garlands that go up. Fortunately, most of the lights that are in the trees stay up year round. We just don't turn them on. So that work's been done, but you're right. It's nothing short of a bit of a miracle to turn, this park around in a matter of literally 2 weeks, I think, from Halloween to the holidays. And I'm always amazed at the work that happens with the park teams.
It really is magical there. I mean, I've had the honor of being there several times, and just the vibe itself, let's put it this way. People talk about Winter Wonderland, okay? And, they sing the song and everything. Literally, when you go to WinterFest at Canada's Wonderland, it's like the song. You are literally walking into a wonderland. You already described it, but can you describe the feeling, what you see with the families and the people who get there, and even the ones who get a chance to first see it? Because even at the gate, as soon as you see it, this is Christmas, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, we have giant toy soldiers that are welcoming our guests at front gate, and Santa's reindeers and his sleigh are up there. And yeah, it's an immersive experience. So everywhere you're going, you're hearing holiday music. You see people strolling around with hot cider or hot chocolate, in their hand as they're taking in the sights. We have magical Winterfest characters that are all through the park, ready to do meet and greets and interact with people like the Sugar Plum Fairy and Jack Frost. You're really transported to another world, and you can't escape that holiday vibe, as you said. It is everywhere in the park. And it's such a happy time of year. I think people just love it, and it's quickly becoming a tradition for families to come to the park, and we love that, of course.
Absolutely. And I've been lucky enough too, when it's been lightly snowing and being there too, just like I never want to leave. What are some of the new things that we're going to get a chance to be part of this year?
Right. So returning, of course, are all of the live shows, including this year, Tinker's Toy Factory. I don't know if you had a chance to see this back in 2019. It's an indoor show in our Canterbury Theatre. And of course, during COVID, we couldn't have indoor shows. So this is like a cirque style musical, acrobatics, all kind of aerial artistry, and it's a fun story about Santa's elves in the workshop and all the hijinks that they get up to. So that one was a fan favorite, I think, back in 2019, so we're happy to see that come back. As well, we have a brand new restaurant called Lazy Bear Lodge. This is
yeah,
I don't know if you saw it, under construction this year. It's open now, and it's this rustic, gorgeous lodge style restaurant, seats 500 people. It's going to be decked out to the nines in a holiday theming, and it's going to have its own holiday menu and drink menu. So it's going to be nice to have that open for people to experience. And as well, we have Jack Frost's Igloo Village is coming. So guests will have an opportunity to rent their own igloos, the little domed things that you see. It'll be all comfy and cozy and furnished nicely inside, and it comes with concierge food and drink service, and it's just a nice thing to be able to do, a special touch to your Winterfest night, to be able to get one of those igloos. So we're going to be excited about that too.
Okay, I gotta ask it right up. Okay, the lodge and the igloo, like my jaw just dropped. I wish I was 5 years old again. How do we reserve these? Like with the lodge, do we reserve or can we just walk in? And
So
with the igloo, the same thing. Well, how do we get part of this?
yep, the most of our attractions here at the park with Winterfest is just you come to the park and it's all included. There are some extra charge activities, obviously, and things that you need to book online. So ice skating is one of them that you've got to
Yes.
book online in advance. Yep. The igloos are an extra charge, and that's a reservation that you will also be able to make online. You can pick your date and be ready for that. I think the igloos are for 4 people, but you can add extra guests if you like there as well. We also have Mrs. Claus's kitchen where you can make cookies with Mrs. Claus. And these are all things you can purchase online and book in advance or in park as well if you want. And then pictures with Saint Nick. So Santa Claus photos. That's also something extra that you can get. But we have like letter writing that happens in the park. There's crafts for kids that's all included with admission. Of course, all the live shows are included. So the website has all the details, and it's going to be everyone's best resource for planning their visit.
Okay, so I want to make sure that people understand this because I got a chance to talk as we speak. I spoke with Santa and Mrs. Claus. I know how busy they are. And so they're still going to be able to make time to come down to Canada's Wonderland to meet and greet all the, little folks and the big folks.
That's right. Yes, straight through to December 23rd, although we're open until December 31st. Obviously, Santa's going to be taking a vacation when he's done the big night, so he's not coming back after that. But you can catch him here up until December 23rd.
I don't know how they both do it. I guess it's the elves also helping out too. The other thing people should realize too is yes, there are going to be times when things are cold and kids want to get into shelters. You guys have stuff like that for folks too.
Yes, we do. We have warming centers throughout the park. So if it is getting a bit cold, you can come in and warm up, but also some of our indoor attractions, we're happy to have Tinker's Back in the Canterbury Theatre. So it's a great opportunity to warm up and see a great show at the same time. Plus, pictures with St. Nick and Mrs. Claus's kitchen, those are all indoors, but the warming centers are spread throughout the park. Plus, in certain areas, we have fire pits. So we'll have some nice Muskoka chairs out.
That's nice.
And people can, have a true Canadian experience warming up by the fire outside under gentle snowfall. And like you said, it's a magical time.
No, I never had a chance to ask you this though, because I know you scour social media when these events are going on, finding great pictures. What should people hashtag when they post their pictures so you can catch them faster and you can repost them too?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, we would love for people to mention the park. So whatever platform that is, mentioning Canada's Wonderland, tagging our account, but also hashtag Canada's Wonderland and hashtag WinterFest would do the job.
Fantastic. One other question too. Actually, two more questions. One, will there be some rides going on?
Yes, actually, we have more rides than ever open this year at WinterFest. If you can believe it, there's 23 rides that will be operating. And now most of these are kids rides because the 2 kids areas are open and all those rides there are available for the children. But quite a number of the bigger rides like Thunder Run in the Mountain is open. Clockworks I know is my children's favorite. But if you know our park, we have 2 big flat rides called Cyclone and Sledgehammer. And they're more of a thrill experience, and we're excited to have them open for the first time during Winterfest. So I think people will get a kick out of being able to ride those ones during this event.
Last question. Do I need to set a reservation for the funnel cake line? Because that seems to be the longest line there is, other than if you're getting cider or a hot chocolate. That one, but we all go to that one because everybody loves funnel cakes, and especially Canada's Wonderland.
Yeah, a tip with the funnel cakes, everyone goes to the location on International Street. We actually have
Yes.
2 other funnel cake locations, no, 3 if you include the children's areas. So head to a different one because the one on International Street is always the busiest. And go there early. If you're one of those people who doesn't mind having dessert before dinner, that's always a good idea because if you wait until the end of the night, guaranteed everybody's going to be thinking funnel cake at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, last question, too, because I know things have changed up money-wise. How do we pay? How is that? What's going on with that?
Yes, the park is now cashless.
Yeah.
So we ask for contactless payment only, debit or Visa. We also have, or your tap on your phone, but we do have cash kiosks in the park. So if you're bringing cash to the park, you can actually transfer that onto a little prepaid debit card that you can use in the park or anywhere else across the country.
But we can use our own debit cards. We can still do that.
Yes.
And credit card. Okay, just want to make sure that is clear. Most important, how do we get our tickets? Is there a holiday pass? Like, what's going on with that?
Tickets are on sale now. They're available on our website, but we always try to let everyone know about our Gold Pass, which is honestly going to be your best value for this park because you're getting 4 seasons of fun throughout summer, fall. It includes Halloween Haunt and unlimited visits to WinterFest. So if you're purchasing a 2023 Gold Pass, you get to start using it right away. You can come to WinterFest as much as you want. And I have to say, knowing from experience as a parent, there are not enough hours in the day to do everything you want to do at WinterFest. So being able to come back whenever you want is a lifesaver.
Okay, so when does it begin and how's it run? Is it just on the weekends? How's it all work out?
We say select dates because it kicks off on November 18th and it's generally Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. But mid-December, we end up going daily. So I would encourage everybody to check our website for the operating hours, and we run straight through to December 31st.
Fantastic. One last question. This is the last question. Any surprises or hints you can give us for the summer season?
Oh, well, next year we have 2 new rides coming. A new roller coaster. So this is going to be, it's called Snoopy's Racing Railway. It's an amazing family coaster that's going to be going up in Planet Snoopy. And we have another flat ride, thrill ride called Tundra Twister. And this thing is going to spin you every which way possible. And that's going in Frontier Canada. And it's sure to be a unique experience for those thrill warriors.
Okay, I hope I can keep my funnel cake down after that one.
Ew.
Grace, thank you so much. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and more importantly, thank you to you and your team for always making sure not just the holiday season, but every season that up here in Canada, we know where we want to go to and we want to have fun, and it's Canada's Wonderland. Thank you so much for this.
Thanks, Rudy. My pleasure.